You are listening to the AI World Podcast, your trusted source for the latest innovations, insights, and trends in artificial intelligence, blockchain, fintech, and decentralized technologies. Each episode features expert interviews, engaging discussions, and in-depth analysis of how AI transforms industries worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest articles and exclusive reports from the AI World Journal, covering everything from emerging technologies to industry breakthroughs. For more news, global events, and access to AI World Society circle gatherings, visit us at aiworld.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to stay informed, stay connected, and be part of the AI revolution with AI World Lounge. Thank you for listening.
You know that feeling, don't you? Trying to keep up with something moving as fast as artificial intelligence.
Oh, absolutely. It's relentless.
Yeah, one minute you feel like, okay, I've sort of got a handle on this. The next, bam, there's a new model, a different policy, maybe some huge investment trend that just changes everything.
It really is like trying to navigate a city where the map keeps changing in your hands.
Exactly. Like a foggy city where the buildings just rearrange themselves constantly. It's wild. Well, that's precisely why we're doing this deep dive today. Our mission, really, is to try and cut through some of that fog. We're unpacking what sounds like a really vital tool, the AI World Index, from the AI World Journal. It's described as, well, indispensable for understanding this whole global AI scene. Our main source here is an editorial piece. It's called the AI World Index, a vital tool for navigating the global AI landscape. It's by AI World Lounge and Homi Makui, published July 2024, updated April 2025. And it really frames this index as something that helps everyone involved, developers, policymakers, investors, you name it, get the insights they need.
To make smarter decisions, basically.
Right, make informed decisions, further innovation, and also tackle the huge challenges that come with integrating AI everywhere.
Yeah.
So think of this as your shortcut. We're diving in, pulling out the key stuff, figuring out what really matters in this global AI ecosystem, so you don't have to, wade through mountains of reports yourself. Okay, let's get into it.
It's so true, that feeling of being overwhelmed by the sheer volume of AI news and research.
It's almost paralyzing sometimes. And what's really striking about this AI World Journal piece is how clearly it argues why we need something like this index. It's not just helpful, it argues it's, well,
it's about seeing the whole ecosystem.
Not just the individual trees. And that's where the AI World Index comes in, right? Offering this holistic view, as the article puts it. It's like finally seeing how everything connects, a lab breakthrough over here, the VC funding that suddenly pops up over there, and then the policy debates trying to shape how it's used. This index is built to empower those strategic decisions, drive innovation. It does this by tracking AI development across, a lot of different dimensions. It's less a static
Photo, more like a dynamic map, constantly updating.
a living map. I like that.
So let's start with the foundations. Discovery, intellectual property. What does the index track there?
First up is research.
Common knowledge.
It's like an early warning system for breakthroughs.
Exactly. A crystal ball moment, almost.
And right alongside that research comes publications and patents. This is crucial, too. It's not just who is publishing, but what kind of IP is being generated and protected.
So what kind of insight does that give?
Well, for example, if the index showed a shift away from broad AI patents towards very specialized ones in, let's say, AI for discovering drugs for rare diseases.
Ah, okay.
That's a super specific insight for anyone looking at that space, right? It points to where the real, tangible innovation might be happening and who's formally staking a claim.
It shows who's building and locking down those ideas.
Exactly.
And the index also focuses on academic contributions, recognizing the role of universities and research labs.
Absolutely. It highlights which institutions are really pushing the boundaries, where the foundational research is emerging from. It helps identify those key incubators of ideas.
Which is invaluable for spotting where the core knowledge is actually being built.
Mhm.
So when you put those together, the leading edge research, the specific patents, the academic powerhouses, it makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How much clearer it becomes to maybe anticipate where the next big AI shifts are coming from.
It definitely helps you spot the early tremors.
Yeah, before the earthquake hits. Okay, so that's the foundation. What about moving from concept to actual impact?
Right. This is where the index looks at technological development and specific AI technologies. And when it talks about maturation and scalability, it's not just asking, does this tech exist?
More practical than that.
Much more. It's assessing if, for instance, a new kind of transformer model is actually moving beyond the research paper stage. Is it robust enough for a big company to use? Or are the costs to train it still way too high?
So readiness for the real world.
Precisely. It helps you figure out which technologies are genuinely approaching prime time versus those still needing years in the lab. It helps prioritize.
And prioritization needs funding. So the investment component must be key here.
Absolutely critical. The index tracks where the money is actually flowing in AI. Which sectors, which technologies are getting the big investments. That's vital for understanding market dynamics, spotting opportunities, or maybe even bubbles.
Yeah, you follow the money, right? It often tells a big part of the story about what's expected to take off.
It really does. But innovation and investment aren't enough on their own. You need the support systems. So the index also evaluates the underlying infrastructure.
What does that cover? Computing power. Data centers.
Yes, things like that. Computing resources, data availability, and quality. Even the organizational frameworks needed. It's about identifying bottlenecks. Are the roads paved? Metaphorically speaking? Is the power grid ready for this AI to scale up?
Because even the most brilliant AI idea will just stall without that support.
Exactly. It hits a wall.
Okay, so you've got the tech development, the money flowing in, the infrastructure readiness. Pulling all that together, the index then helps spot emerging trends.
That's the goal. By analyzing all these interconnected pieces, it aims to provide that foresight, helping stakeholders see potential future directions, which is, well, incredibly valuable for strategic planning, for making those big investment bets.
It gives you a much rounder picture, doesn't it? Not just what's being built, but who's funding it. What does it need to actually work at scale, and where is this all heading?
A much more complete, actionable view.
Which then logically leads to the rules of the road, as you put it earlier, policy and governance.
Yes, and this is arguably becoming one of the most critical areas. The index dives deep into policy and regulation. It tracks policy moves, regulatory changes across different countries and regions. Navigating that legal maze is essential for anyone operating globally.
It must be incredibly complex, with different regions moving at different speeds.
Hugely complex. And the index doesn't just report on laws already passed, it also acts as a guide for policymakers. It provides data and context to help them shape informed policies, aiming for that balance, supporting beneficial AI while managing risks, building guardrails, essentially.
That makes sense. But given how fast AI moves, isn't there always a risk that an index like this is tracking regulations that are already, well, slightly out of date by the time they're documented? How does it handle that lag?
That's a really sharp point. And look, no index can be perfectly real time with policy shifts that can happen overnight, but the AI World Index tries to minimize that lag. It does this by tracking not just enacted laws, but also policy discussions, draft legislation, white papers from regulators.
So the upstream signals too.
Exactly. It monitors parliamentary debates, influential reports, even expert commentary. The idea is to provide more of an early warning system, signals of intent, rather than just a history report.
Okay, so it's designed to be more proactive than just reactive. That's clever.
Hopefully. And alongside regulation, there's the need for teamwork. The index specifically highlights encouraging collaboration. It actively looks for opportunities where academia, industry, and governments can partner up.
Because these challenges are too big for any one group.
Absolutely. Accelerating development responsibly, tackling the big societal questions, it really requires a collective effort. The index tries to map where those partnerships could be most fruitful.
And to see how everyone's doing comparatively.
That's where benchmarking progress comes in. The index provides that comparative analysis across all these dimensions: research, investment, policy maturity, etc. It lets you see how different regions or even organizations stack up against each other.
Which must be essential for understanding who's leading, where the best practices are emerging.
Right. It drives a kind of healthy competition, encourages learning, and helps measure actual advancement over time. It provides that yardstick.
So thinking about all this, for you, the listener, navigating this incredibly fast-moving AI world, it raises a question, doesn't it? How do we find that balance, that sweet spot between pushing innovation forward at lightning speed and implementing thoughtful, effective regulation?
It's the billion-dollar question.
It really is.
Yeah.
And could this focus on collaboration, really getting academia, industry, and government working together be the key to bridging that gap? It's definitely something to think about. Okay, so wrapping up our deep dive here, it's pretty clear the AI World Index isn't just some static list. It's this really multifaceted, dynamic tool designed to give us that holistic view of the entire global AI landscape.
A vital tool, as the source calls it.
Exactly. And its purpose, as the AI World Journal highlights, is to empower strategic decisions, drive innovation, and do it responsibly for you, for policymakers, for researchers, for everyone involved. So given everything we've discussed, the sheer scope of this index, from basic research all the way to global policy, here's a final thought for you to take away. Looking ahead, say, over the next 5 years, which single dimension tracked by this index do you think will be the most critical factor shaping AI's future?
Ooh, interesting question.
Is it the raw speed of technological breakthroughs? Or maybe the way the regulatory environment evolves around the world? Or could it be those, sometimes less visible, patterns of global investment dictating what gets built? Which one feels most pivotal to you, and why is understanding that particular piece of the puzzle so vital for all of us? Something to mull over.
The future of artificial intelligence is unfolding, and it's happening at AI World Week, the flagship global event for innovation, collaboration, and transformation. This flagship global AI event is designed to connect visionary leaders, trailblazing entrepreneurs, and influential thinkers to explore the endless possibilities of AI. Experience groundbreaking technology that redefines industries and inspires progress. Join thought-provoking discussions on ethical AI, digital equity, and the transformative role of technology in our world. Build meaningful connections that catalyze innovation and drive impact. AI World Week is powered by AI World Society, a global movement dedicated to advancing AI responsibly and ensuring it serves humanity. Together, we're shaping a smarter, more inclusive, and equitable future. Continue your journey beyond the event with the AI World Journal, offering expert insights, in-depth analysis, and the latest trends shaping the AI landscape. This is your opportunity to lead, to innovate, and to transform the world with AI. AI World Week. We invite you to join us and embrace the AI revolution.